Greetings, students, greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of, can you believe it, people, the woods. Yes, it's a little bit windy here today. We've got a slight hurricane heading this way. No big deal. You know, we kind of survived the last one there. By a wing and a prayer. Another one coming this way. Always a great November hurricane. Terrific stuff out there. Yes, indeed. Great to see VM there. Stop defaming crypto. We will get into that in a moment there. The safest investment, period. Yes, indeed. It is. Even the Facebook stock, well, what is it called now? Meta stock out there. Is it Meta? I think Meta something or other out there. It's the VR stuff, people. And the crazy VR. You can put on your little goggles there and you can, there's all like a demonstration of that. You can put on your goggles there and now all of a sudden you got script, so you can do like, you can do Word and Excel spreadsheets and all that great stuff right in virtual reality. Billions and billions of dollars spent on, being able to do Excel spreadsheets in virtual reality. Craziness, people. That most people wanted flying cars, maybe vacation homes on the moon or Mars or something like that. But no, we've gotten VR with Word and Excel spreadsheets. Oh boy, isn't that great? Anyways, great to have everyone here. Great to have Amy here. God is in his heaven. It's all right with the world. It will be fine. Let's just go ahead. Enough of this jibber-jabber, people. Why do we jibber-jabber at the front? Well, we gotta bring people in, just in case they're out there. Might be. Oh, well, Bear's taking his time, blah, 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 blah. No, Bear's right here. Let's just go ahead and get right on into it. I kind of a reoccurring theme here. I see this kind of with a number of different spots. So, we were talking about it the other day. Private American was one. I've heard different things. What was the John Malin one? The Omega Storm is another one. I'd heard that even Uncle E's newest one that's coming out is going to be shadow banned by Indiegogo. What the hell's going on, Indiegogo? Anyways, from Aaron Lopresti out here. Yes, indeed, he has a Bloodhugger update. Hi, everyone. Hi, Aaron. Right now, he is working on page number 13 of what is a 50-page Wraith of God story. I think it was 48 pages. The last time. Yes, indeed. Good to see P Money here. It'll be fine unless my favorite mittens. Nothing will ever be fine again. It's hard to find mittens, especially mittens that fit Bear. It's really hard. There are also Garbage Man, one of Bear's favorites out there. He's always taken the garbage, though. Nightclub and Kit Carter backup stories, and I think I've got a... Hold on, people. I think she's around here somewhere. Where was it? Was it that? Oh, of course it's in the way. Never mind. Anyways, I had a Kit Carter around there somewhere. Aaron says I am completely sold out. People, if you've gotten the first printing of Wraith of God, you consider yourself lucky out there, because Aaron is completely sold out. His first printings of the Wraith of God, a graphic novel from his first campaign, and he's looking to do a second printing with a new cover. He'll keep us updated on that, but also the horrible issue of Indiegogo no longer being searchable and shadow ban. How do you shadow ban Wraith of God for all? I mean, okay, I can understand. Maybe they might do the, border story there, some hot button topic stuff there. What the hell does that have to do with, Wraith of God out there? I don't know. Crazy stuff, but let me see if I can get this link here. He says, thank you all for your continued support of this exciting project. Yes, indeed. There you go. Lovely lady there of Vampire Knight out there. So let's see if I can, let's see, copy link. That would help if Bear copied the link out here. Yes, indeed. Oh, for crying out loud. Why does it keep doing that? It gives Bear like a bazillion ding things. Okay, that's not working. 1 second here, people. Bear with Bear here. How do we do this? Let's see. You do the thing with the thing, and you do the thing, and... Well, there it is. I don't know what's going on there, but anyways. Oh, of course you can't see it on your thing. Let's see. How do I do this? 1 second, people. Well, anyways, I would say go search for it, but you can't even search for it. Okay, let's do this. Oh no, God, no! Why did? For crying out loud, what happened? Okay, well, anyways, let's try this. Let's hope it works. It does work. This would help if Beer actually had this stuff already going, but you know what happens, people. Professional show and all that sort of stuff. But there we go. There we are. Go check out Aaron's great book out there, The Wraith, The Wraith of God, and actually a couple other ones out there. They're for some reason getting shadow banned for some reason. I don't know why. What's up, Indiegogo? What's going on with you? I tell you what, we get a crazy election out there, and then all of a sudden they just stop searching for stuff out there. Go figure. Go figure, Bear says. I don't know. Bear was a little bit kind of apprehensive, as it were, over Insom. It's somebody's own website out there. I don't know. Maybe personal information, that sort of stuff. But Indiegogo keeps messing up. We might actually have to do something about that. So, anywho, hopefully a campaign that is not shadow banned out here. Talking about, we've only got I believe 4 days? 4 days left. For real. There's only 4 days left to buy. That would be the shadow of the Conqueror, Enemies of Self, the Chronicles of Everfall. That is a long title. We need to shorten that up just a little bit. But that's alright. For real, there's only 6 days left to buy. That would be the Shadow of the Conqueror out there. Actually, let me do the thing. There we go. We didn't want to inundate the email list with a daily countdown message about the extension, but it's been over a week now, so it's time to give y'all an update. Only Bear can say y'all. What's up? You have 4 days left, and then it is over. Let's see. We all want to give the backers an enormous hug and thank you for making this campaign. That would be the 4th best and biggest selling campaign comic in Indiegogo history. Hopefully that's not shadow banned. We are so honored and grateful for every single backer helping us make this a reality. Bear should probably read that. We're getting all our T's crossed and I's dotted so that we can hit the printing as soon as the campaign closes on the 13th at 12 midnight PST. Well, at least the following morning. Anyways, that is the absolute close for this campaign. Make a appropriate note. Says Mike out there. Once again, if you're retailing it for copies, all that good stuff, so you can get it left. Only 4 days left, people. Only 4 days left. What else can you do? Share the campaign. I am sharing the campaign. Come on, man. Anywho, they've got that. And finally, speaking of Mike out here, let me grab to it. One that Bear's kind of been waiting and hoping for. Looking forward to Matthew Weldon's art out here. Should have made a left turn at Albuquerque, he says. So there was a bit of miscommunication in the books. We're sent to the wrong fulfillment company. Oh, good lord. This campaign. It's cursed. Cursed, people. They have been redirected and are now at the correct fulfillment center. Oh, thank goodness. And we're getting everything settled and set for fulfillment to begin. Just another hiccup to deal with, but it's all good, he says. Thanks for being so patient. Well, do we have much choice in the matter? Probably not, but that's alright. Thanks for being patient. Mike out there. Yes, indeed. Very professional, says Amy. Well, thank you. Bear tries. He tries a lot. Oh, my goodness. Tries. I tell you, people. One of these days, we will do. People will be shocked. They'll say, oh my god, people, you gotta see this. Bear is doing a professional show. And they won't believe you. They'll say, no, of course not. Bear? Seriously? No way, man. No way. Anywho, speaking, a complete complete another, segue. I mean, not connecting to anything out there. Not connecting to anything at all out there. We're talking about the craziness that's going on. Craziness that's going on out there we know that you guys come here for the comic updates, maybe some fun news. Bear's attempts at trying to make a professional show out there, but Bear knows his audience. Bear knows his audience out there. We know what you come here for. That's right, people. You know what we're talking about here. I'm talking about crypto talk. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Some crazy stuff that's been happening here lately here. This fine gentleman here. 8 days in November. This would be from Coindesk.com and David Z. Morris. Not to be confused with David S. Morris. But David Z. Morris out there. 8 days in November. What led to FTX's sudden collapse? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Financier and influencer Sam Bankman-Fried flew exceptionally high during the pandemic-driven crypto bull market. Here's what led to his fall and why it matters to the industry's future. Let's hope. Straight into that volcano. Oh, thank you, Amy. Amy says, we appreciate you, Bear. Well, Bear, I tell you what, Bear appreciates his audience out here. You can come to any other channel out there, and you come to Bear, so he does appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Even when he's talking about crypto. This past week, I've seen a dizzying downward spiral for Sam Bankman-Fried's huge crypto empire. That would be the crypto exchange FTX. Its paused withdrawals and a tentative bailout from rival Binance appears to be kaput. Kaput, it says. It is kaput. That could put depositors' funds at risk and certainly spells a major setback, not only for the Bankman, I tell you what a great name out there, Bankman out there, but the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. Yeah, it's a bad look. It's a really bad look when your thing just completely collapses out there. Yes, it is. In fact, we were actually talking about this a little while back here. I don't know if some people remember the Luna exchange out there, kind of stable coin out there. When was this? This was probably summertime, somewhere right around there, June, July, something like that. It was supposed to be, hey, you got your crypto. Oh, I need $1. Well, you go to the Luna exchange out there and you exchange it in for a stable coin, and bada bing, bada boom, you get $1 back, or however much you need. Well, they completely collapsed. Well, that could never happen again, especially to a fine young gentleman like Mr. Bankman out there. But unfortunately, it did. These downfalls aren't rare in crypto. What? No way. Which is subject to extreme boom-bust cycles. No. But FTX and Bankman are unique in the stature they achieve before self-immolating. Over the past 3 years, FTX has come to be widely regarded as a quote-unquote a reputable exchange, despite not submitting to U.S. regulation. That's fine. Bankman has found himself become a globally influential thanks to his thoughts on cryptocurrency regulation and his financial support for U.S. electoral candidates, not necessarily in that order. Those narratives about both FTX and Bankman are now clearly dead in the water, given recent evidence that not everything was all that it seemed at the exchange, or at Bankman-Fried's other firm, that would be the Alameda Research. Well, what happened, people? I mean, surely, people, it's totally fine, right? It's totally fine, everything's fine out there. Not so much out there. These narratives about both FTX and Bankman-Fried. I already read that. The question to answer in the coming days will be, what happened? And why did almost nobody see it coming? Well, that's why you come to Bear, not to see what's going on, but what's going to go on out there. So there you go. If you invested very early and held on to it, it completely collapsed on you and you're worth nothing. What follows is the most important context for understanding this ongoing story. That includes the sudden crisis of confidence driven by relations about Mr. Bankman's accounting practices, the added shock of the unwind, and the complex role of competitor Binance and its founder, CZ, the Zhao man out there in the crisis. A liquidity crunch implies undisclosed risk. No way, no way. Facts first uncovered by CoinDesk played a major role in the events of the past week. On November 2nd, reporter Ian Allison, what kind of weird name is that? Ian Allison, published findings that roughly $5.8 billion out of a $14.6 billion in assets on the balance sheet at Alameda Ridge. Research, based on then current valuations, was linked to FTX's exchange token, the FTT. Yes, indeed. This finding, based on leaked internal documents, was explosive because of the very close relationship between Alameda and FTX. Both were founded by Bankman, and there has been significant anxiety about the extent and nature of their fraternal dealings. The FTT token was essentially created from thin air, poof, by FTX, inviting questions about the real-world open market value FTT tokens held and reserved by affiliated entities, including our good friend here, the poor guy, Tom Brady out there. He's taking that phone call. He's like, "What? I lost everything." Yes, sir. You lost everything. Everything. There you go, an arrow pummeling down, dramatically downward. I think that might have been the problem. Well, what can you do? What can you do, Amy? Oh, where were we? Where was beer? I tell you what, get all twisted up here. There we go. This finding based on... Oh, I already read that. Beer reads stuff 2 times too many. Negative speculation about the financial institution can be a self-fulfilling prophecy, triggering withdrawals out of a sense of uncertainty and leading to the very liquidity problems that were faced. Since publications of Allison's initial story, CoinDesk reporters have been advised to practice extreme caution and diligence in reporting about FTT and other matters at Alameda and FTX. Yeah, we're going to send the goon squad after you. That's probably what was happening. And then they couldn't pay the goon squad, so then they never really showed up. That's what, the goons, they're great until they're not paid. But sometimes straightforward facts are enough to trigger an entirely justified bank run. What? No way. Let's see some of those downward arrows again. Where are some of those downward arrows? There we go. That was Solyndra, Bitcoin. That's actually lower now. I think it's 15,000 or something like that. So that completely crashed. No biggie. No worry. There's the FTX token. Just completely crashed. No worries. Just a couple $1 billion between friends out there. According to CoinGlass data, that for the time left FTX with a balance of, unbelievably, just 1 Bitcoin, people. That has now rebounded to 36 Bitcoins, compared to more than 500,000 Bitcoin each, held by Coinbase and Binance out there. This rush to the exits reportedly led the bankman out there and his team to begin frantically shopping for an acquisition partner, approaching a variety of potential partners before Binance entered the picture, and the CZ man. It remains worryingly unclear, though, exactly even such a dramatic rush for the exits would have led to FTX's to seek its own bailout. The exchange promised users that it would not speculate with cryptocurrencies held in their account, but that if policy was followed, there should have been no pause to withdrawals, nor any balance sheet gap to fill. One possible explanation comes from coin metrics. They're all coin stuff. Analyst, some dude, who has presented what he says is evidence that FTX transferred funds to Alameda in September, perhaps as a loan to backstops Alameda's losses. Totally legit and legal out there, people. The crisis also seems to validate the anxieties about Alameda's immense holdings of FTT-linked assets meant for the stability of the bankman's empire. The market value of the token was down more than 80% over the last, well, it's 100% now. Late in the day on November 8th, after the announcement of a tentative deal with Binance, FTX said that it officially suspended all crypto withdrawals out there. So if you actually had your money in this crazy thing, like a poor Tom Brady out there, you had it all suspended out there, which is kind of weird because the whole idea behind crypto is it's decentralized. So it's just between one person and another person out there, and the third middle party out there really shouldn't need to be involved in it unless you put all your money into MTX. Thanks, Bear, says P-Money. First my mittens go missing. Now that I found out my crypto money is worthless. Oh, what a day. Well, you gotta listen to Bear here. You gotta listen to Bear. He was on it pretty early on. I tell you what, people, not for nothing, Bear really, had no interest whatsoever in the whole cryptocurrency thing until Mike went out and did his own thing, and we still haven't even gotten Lone Star. And after a little bit, Bear was like, okay, hold on, what's the deal with all this stuff? Why is everybody into this, funny monkeys out there, cryptocurrency stuff? And just a little scratch, I don't know if we can hear that. Bear scratching out there. Just a little scratch out there, and, rug pulls and, schemes and scams out there abound in it all. Let's see. As striking as the numbers are, the greater significance of FTX's collapse may be in how it upends a long-running narrative about the bankman himself. As apparent frauds like Luna and Cesius unwound in the first half of 2022, triggering contagion across other crypto entities, the bankman out there was often seen as a sane, quote-unquote, and sober counterpoint, as a formerly well-resourced backstop ready to rescue the entire system out there. Amy is going to make P-Money some mittens out there. That's nice. The bankman out there includes loans to or moves to inquiring falter. What the heck kind of sentence is that? Hold on. Bankman's endeavors includes loans to or moves to acquiring faltering crypto leader of BlockFi out there. We all have BlockFi, don't we? Lender of Voyager Digital and the Anthony Scaramucci. I was hoping to go an entire show without any politics. The Anthony Scaramucci Skybridge Capital Hedge Fund. Oh, thanks a lot for backing him up. Alameda Research also led to a funding round for the Facebook-linked Aptos blockchain in late July at a time when investment funds were drying up. So there you go, VM. There you go. In his roles as a funder of Last Result, the bankman was frequently described, including by CoinDesk, as the J.P. Morgan of crypto. But there have been increasing signs that this framing was, at best, oversimplified. No way. That's crazy, man. That's crazy talk. The bankman teased many more deals that actually went through, for instance, backing out of tentative move to acquire Celsius. Many of these deals arguably followed money back to FTX or Alameda. Some of the headline numbers may have been exaggerated, exactly how much quote-unquote real money was on the line. Just minor amounts. I mean, you see there Bitcoin. Let's see, there's the FTX token out there. I thought I had Ethereum in there as well. Ethereum went down the line, people. Alright, tomorrow I invest my money in salmon. I heard it's going places, mostly in Bear's mouth. Well, it would. Hey, at least you can eat salmon. At least you can eat it. There's Solana out there. You got a bunch of these different cryptocurrencies out there, and they're all headed downhill, people. I would say now's the time to buy, but don't buy it, people. Beer does not do financial advice, but you shouldn't do it, people. You just shouldn't. It's craziness, people. It's craziness. All of this is particularly relevant because of the profile the Bankman has worked up to build as a political. Oh my goodness, I was trying to go an entire show. Urgh. As a political influencer, both on general policy and crypto regulation specifically. I thought they were against that sort of stuff. What the hell, man? What the heck? I apologize. Though the price connection to this week's crisis is a bit opaque, the Bankman faced a wave of blowback in late October over a series of crypto regulation proposals. He was also, and this can't help happen to a better person out there, he was also a major donor to the Democrat Party. Couldn't happen to a better person out there. By one preliminary estimate, this week's disaster means the Bankman is no longer a billionaire. That doesn't entirely preclude future political influence via donations, but it will certainly constrain him. Thank goodness. More significantly is that's why you don't put all your money into the Quato out there. More significantly is that Bankman's credibility as a policy advisor on finance or anything else, please, has been left in tatters. A washout for his effective altruism agenda out there. And it goes on out here talking about the Z-Man and all this other stuff. But there you go. That is why you just don't put your money into crypto. Even these stable coins out here are not really all that stable. Not at all. And that's all right. As long as you're not a Miami Heat fan out there, the Miami FTX Arena out there. Oh, there he is, right there. Look at there. Yo, homie, I'm down with the crypto. Oh boy. I tell you, people. I tell you. So they'll probably be selling that arena pretty soon here. I gotta make some money. They just don't mint coins on trees like they used to. I'm going to my bank tomorrow and tell them the bear told me to take my money out of crypto. That they won't think I'm crazy, will they? Once again, Bear does not give financial advice other than taking all your money out of crypto, for crying out loud. Holy cow. I heard somewhere, Amy says, that salmon, a certain breed maybe, can turn food into meat. Almost 1 to 1.5, let's see, 1 to 1 pounds of fish food turns into 1 pound of food fish. Food fish? Yes, indeed. Always. I mean, head to the tail. If your fish has a toe on it, you better toss it back. You're probably fishing a little too close to the nuclear reactor out there. Yes, indeed. In other finance news out here, I'm sure everybody is just thrilled about the finance news that we're talking about here today. The Tyson CFO is arrested, allegedly falling asleep in the wrong home. This is from, Fox 24, and Jacob Smith in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Of course. Tyson's Foods, which probably has, if you're going out to get some turkey, you probably, at least walking by the Tyson's turkey out there. Tyson Foods, Chief Financial Officer John R. Tyson, was arrested early Sunday morning after becoming intoxicated and falling asleep in the wrong home. It happens to the best of us. According to a preliminary arrest report, at approximately 2:05 a.m. on Sunday, November 6, Tyson, 32, was found asleep in a woman's bed at her home, located at the 400 block of Mock Avenue. If you're going to live anywhere, you got to live on Mock Avenue. The woman called police, and when she arrived, and found Tyson, whom she did not know. She told dispatchers that she believes the front door was left unlocked, and that's how we gained entry. Well, that's what happens when you leave your door unlocked. Upon arrival, police located Tyson in the back bedroom with his clothes in front of the bed and identified him through his driver's license. Police attempted to wake Tyson up and speak with him, but he could not verbally respond. Get out of here, it's my bed. That probably sounds a little bit like Bear. After briefly sitting up, Tyson laid back down and tried to go back to sleep. And that's what Bear does whenever he tries to get arrested. The report states that there was an odor of alcohol at his breath, and body and his movements appeared to be sluggish and uncoordinated. Tyson was arrested for criminal trespass and public intoxication. What? Can you be arrested for public intoxication when you're in somebody else's home? Wouldn't that be private intoxication? And booked into the Washington County Detention Center. He was released Sunday evening. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. Tyson was appointed to the CFO position on October 2nd and also serves as executive vice president. He is the son of Tyson board chairman, John H. Tyson. We're aware of the incident, and this is a personal matter. We have no additional comments, said Derek Burleson, a spokesperson. I believe Derek is a man, so I'm going to say spokesman for Tyson Foods. Once again, Bear doesn't give any financial advice, but when your chief financial officer falls asleep in the wrong bed after being so intoxicated, you might want to sell a couple of those shares of Tyson. Yes, indeed. Good to see Melissa out here. Good to see. Back at my home. Back at my compe. Compe. What the hell is a compe? Hi, Melissa. How are you? P Money says if my fish had a toe, I'd sell tickets. Bump. Well, after sleeping in the wrong place, he'll now have a permanent warm place to sleep. Well, no, they checked him out pretty quickly out there. Pretty quickly. All right, moving. I tell you what, people. It wasn't the live show that Bear put up. Bear put up the archive, and we were talking about the Avatar trailer that just came out. Bear it wasn't struck or anything like that, but he got a copyright strike on the Avatar thing. I'm like, what the hell? I linked to the actual site where it came from. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to say I'm making Avatar out there. Still, I got freaking. Bear has hardly ever get a copyright strike, and then all of a sudden, not a strike, but a copyright. What do they call those? Copyright notification, I guess. They just said, hey, we've marked your video. Watch out, Bear. Like, okay, I guess. Whatever. Avatar. This comes from comicbook.com and Patrick Kavanaugh. Avatar. James Cameron explains the way of water's massive runtime out there. When the original Avatar was already a relatively sprawling affair, the upcoming Avatar 2 is seemingly even more entrenched and layered experience, with a runtime, people, holy cow, of more than 3 hours. Holy cow. I hope they don't charge people to go to the restroom. They should have like an intermission or something like that, like the old movies had. Bear had to drink some water. He had to go the way of the water as well here. Given that the first film laid the groundwork for the entire franchise while also balancing quote-unquote character development with spectacle, director James Cameron recently detailed that this follow-up will be will be diving much deeper. Bump. Oh, comicbook.com. You crack Bear up here. Into the characters of the narrative, allowing for an even richer experience. Yes, we all know Avatar. Rich character development out there. Whether that character exposition is what fans are more interested will be determined when Avatar lands in theaters on December 16th. I mean, we're like a month away of this, I think it still is the top grossing movie ever made, and you barely know anything about it? It's kind of weird. The goal is to tell an extremely compelling story on an emotional basis. Oh boy. Cameron shared with Total Film. I would say the emphasis in the new film is more on character, more on story, more on relationships, and people, listen to me here, more on emotion. We didn't spend that much time on relationship and emotion in the first. We didn't? I thought we did. I thought that was the whole point of the movie. He went in and fell in love with the blue cat lady, and they had relations and emotions and whatever. in the first film as we do in the second, and it's a longer film because there's more characters to service. There's more story to service. Oh, good lord. This explanation should excite the fans of the series, as the original film focused more on conflict between the colonists. No, it didn't. That was maybe like 45, maybe an hour long. The rest of it, they were going through the woods. What, is it woods? Yeah, it was woods, because they had the giant tree. And they were going through the woods, shooting the bow and arrows. I'm doing all that. What the heck? What the heck, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see. As the original film focused more on conflict between the colonizers and the Navi species of Pandora. Oh, while this film will be able to entirely immerse audiences in the world of Pandora, with 14 years having been passed in the narrative, audiences will get to catch up with Jake, oh boy, and, how do you pronounce her name? Natiri, Zoe Salinda. Man, oh man. Beer's just not a fan of hers. She does okay, but she's just not a leading actress, really. It doesn't really have a great range there. Kind of one note, really. I apologize to all the Zoe Salinda fans out there. All three of you. And their family. Though with it focusing on family and coming from the Walt Disney Company, Cameron promised this isn't the traditional family film. I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that one there. Walt Disney's been kind of, how shall we say this? Kind of slipping there with the whole family stuff there. People say, "Oh my God, a family story from Disney, just what we want." Oh, I'm sure that was in jest there. This isn't the kind of family story the director confessed. This is a family story like how The Sopranos is a family story. Now that would make an interesting one. That would make, what's his name, Jake there. Jake would be kind of, well, I don't know. Did they have Suburbans there in Avatar there? He could be rolling through the Pandora forest in his little Suburban there, I don't know the song. I know the song, but I don't know the words to the song there. But he'd be passing by, the big tree. He'd be passing by, people shooting bows and the giant birds and all that. Yeah. I don't think Avatar's is The Sopranos at all. It could be, but probably not. Probably not. I'm still wrapping my brain, says P-Money, around how Avatar can breed. Let's not go there. Force Awakens is the only one that beat Avatar. I think it's still, because didn't they re-release it? I believe it was, was it Black Panther? I think it was the Black Panther movie that came out, and then that was number one. Oh, no, excuse me. The Avatar movie. Oh, excuse me. The Avenger movies out there. What was it? Either the last one or the second to last one there. I think that was the highest rated one. Then they brought Avatar back. Like, all right, one more time, people. And then that one became the highest grossing one again out there. Oh, sure, I remember the, was it Blue? Asked Amy. Yes, it was. Set more than a decade after the film of the first film, Avatar, The Way of the Water, speaking of which, begins to tell the story of the Sully family, Jake, Natiri, and their kids. Oh, boy. The trouble that follows them, the lengths that they go, well, they are pretty tall, and the battles they fight to stay alive, and the tragedies they endure. It lands in theaters on December 16th. Are you looking forward to seeing the film? Let Bear know. You don't have to leave a comment. I don't know. Bear might check it out. You can't really bet against James Cameron out there. I'm sure he has something kind of interesting. I just hope it's not, Fern Gully 2 out there. The first one was like, the action scenes, some of the sort of, alien-esque, element to it. That all was really cool. The movie Alien, not that they're aliens. Well, actually, the humans would be aliens in that context, wouldn't they? The blue people would be the quote unquote natives, and the humans would actually be aliens in that context. There, that's kind of an interesting twist. Still not really. Are you looking forward to seeing the film? We'll see. We'll see. Also from comicbook.com out there, and Logan Moore, the new Mass Effect 4 teaser released by BioWare. I thought they were done with it. Bear actually checked out, what was that called? The one that they did after that. Because they ended everything in spoiler alert, people, for a 10-year-old, 5-year-old video game, 10-year-old video game out there. The entire universe blew up in the end. So, was it Andromeda? I think it was Andromeda out there. That was kind of interesting. They made you kind of start all over, and kind of you were kind of like a space prospector out there. It's kind of interesting. Not as good as the first a couple stories out there, but yeah, where do you go with Mass Effect 4? I'm not sure. To coincide with N7 Day, a developer BioWare has released the new trailer for its upcoming Mass Effect sequel, which many fans are simply calling Mass Effect 4. Well, yeah, duh. Well, even though Mass Effect Andromeda would be Mass Effect 4, it'd probably be Mass Effect 5. Announced way back in late 2020. BioWare confirmed that it would be working on a new Mass Effect installment that would seemingly take place after the events of Numero 3 out there. When everything blew up. And while very little is known, about this game will have in store, BioWare has dropped some more hints for fans in the form of a new video. Shown on social media, BioWare unveiled a new teaser for Mass Effect 4. The footage itself doesn't contain anything notable, that's why Bear's not showing it, but it does seem to indicate where the story of the Mass Effect installment could be headed. Poor Commander Shepard. Beer did it as a man, I tell you what, as a real man out there. Is Commander Shepard, not Shepherdess out there. As fans were quick to notice, the new video game that was shared features what looks to be a mass relay that's under construction. Ooh, because they blew all the other ones up. For those unaware, mass relays in the Mass Effect universe were used to quickly travel around space and to get to various planets. So, I guess it's just really slow. You're gonna head out to the other solar system. It's gonna take you like 20 years. You just like, okay, I'm gonna go. All right, well, let me go make a sandwich and a couple other things and come back, and maybe we'll get there. Spoiler alerts, people. At the conclusion of Mass Effect 3, all the mass relays were destroyed, which meant that the ability to travel across space at high speeds was made impossible. To see that a new mass relay is being built, though, suggests that this will be a major pillar of the story. But didn't they like find them? Wasn't that like all the older civilizations that got there's like a, what was it, like a 10,000 year, 100,000 year, and they came back and the main bad guys like destroyed everything. So I think, like, how are they making them? Like, I thought that they found them. That and the giant space station there. Is being built, though suggests this will be a major pillar of the story that is told in Mass Effect 4. You're just in the same solar system. That's it. One day, when we're ready, we'll have more to share on the next Mass Effect. So thank you for being a part of this journey with us. BioWare said to its fans in a new message on the Electronic Arts website. It's exceptionally exciting for the team, and we'd love to continue sharing glimpses of what we're working on with you in the future, of course. Yes, indeed. For now, it's still not known when Mass Effect might end up being released. BioWare's next game is Dragon Age Dreadwolf? What the hell? Dreadwolf. We dread those wolves. Which still doesn't have a launch window of any sort. With that in mind, this might be a very long time until we actually see anything from Mass Effect 4, but at least BioWare continues to drop the teases. Bear's insightful thoughts about Avatar. Yeah, whatever. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that, people. I don't know. We'll see. Not a huge Avatar fan. I think James Cameron is a better director than Avatar. Is kind of, was his kind of 3D thing. He's more kind of, he's getting into his George Lucas phase where it's more kind of the technical aspects of it rather than the movie making aspects of it. So I don't know. We will see out there. We will see. All right, people. Moving to a completely different subject here. I'm sure everybody is just thrilled. Just thrilled that the WorldPride 2025 is coming to the gayest state in the U.S. It's not really a state. Washington, D.C. After Taiwan refused to host. How dare you, Taiwan? Bunch of bigots out there. I wonder if China was going to invade. The nation's capital is slated to host WorldPride 2025, but only after Taiwan rejected the opportunity to host the 2-week LGBTQ++++ a celebration and advocacy event. A Pride in D.C. is a manifestation of our D.C. values, said Democrat Mayor Muriel Bowser, who was also a stole the princess, I believe, in Mario series. Declared in a tweet announcing the news that the nation's capital will host the WorldPride DC 2025. Blah, 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 blah. DC is known as one of the queerest cities in the United States. Well, it is now. Capital Pride Alliance Executive Director Ryan Boss told local news station NBC4 News discussing the announcement. In June, the U.S. Census Bureau posted a page on its website inviting Americans to, quote, celebrate Pride Month with Census Bureau data. I tell you what, people, when Bear celebrates Pride Month, it's with census data. About the LGBTQIA++++++ a community. The page provides same-sex shoot, people, I had one earlier. They keep adding to the flag. Microsoft came out with one, and it was just like the rainbow times a bazillion out there, and then they had like weird shapes, and it's just gotten crazy, people. Such as the median household income for married same-sex couples in 2019 was $107,000. Well, you don't have to have that many kids. It also ranks D.C. as the quote-unquote state with the highest percentage of same-sex households. Running up was Delaware, Oregon, Massachusetts, and we all know Washington State's pretty gay out there. There you are. In August, Reuters, whatever, reported that World Pride 2025 Taiwan had been canceled. I tell you. Because Taiwan refused to drop Taiwan from the event's title. Probably from under pressure from the Chinese, I would imagine. As event organizers had demanded, we demand you take away World Pride 2025 Taiwan. The Interpride website provides a description of the biannual World Pride events. Licensed by Interpride, the organization, organized by one of its members, it is an event that promotes visibility. Oh, well, we just had no idea. And awareness, people, of lesbian, a gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, that's what I is, and queer issues on an international level. Or as we say here, the lions, gators, bears, tigers, I don't know what I would be, and quail out there. World Pride includes parades, marches, festivals, and other activities such as a human rights conference. Yes, indeed. Well, us lions and, tigers and all that. So we would have went to the wrong parade there. That would have been a complete mess. A complete mess out there. All right, movie. None of this has any bound to anything else here, but we have from Linkist out here 10 surprising McDonald's foods from around the world you've probably never tried, people. We're gonna make sure that we change this. Gotta make sure that next time you go to McDonald's, you ask for the Saudi Arabian McArabia halloumi, a slice of halloumi cheese, and a folded up piece of Arabic bread. Is there any other kind of bread? I guess there's only Arabic bread. With tomatoes, lettuces, and olives out there. Doesn't that look good, people? You can just wrap it up, or just bite right on into it. It's just cheese. It's just bread and cheese. Bread and cheese. Beer is intolerant of this. Very intolerant. Lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant. We had the discussion last week. Singapore is hashtag winning with this amazing sounding iced banana chocolate shake. Unbelievably, they advertise it as a breakfast drink. In Japan, people, is the Loco Moco. It's a popular meal in Japan and other parts of the world. Well, we need to get that here in the U.S. It consists of white rice. Who would have thought? Topped with a hamburger patty, a fried egg, no way, and brown gravy. What? At McDonald's in Japan, they serve several variations of the meal, including a summer curry Loco Moco. Try saying that 3 times fast. There it is. Get your hamburger, you got your rice, you got your hamburger patty, you got your egg. And then gravy for some reason? I don't know. It's November, let's just go with it there. I don't know if you'd want to put gravy on top of an egg, but okay, it's Japan. They have all sorts of weird stuff there. McDonald's in India serves a veggie Supreme McMuffin for breakfast. That's no surprise there, people, considering most people in India are vegetarians. For a more substantial meal, you can try the McCurry Pan, a meal of curd vegetables in a bread pan that's edible. Sounds delicious. In China is the taro pie, traditionally served at a Chinese New Year. McDonald's has made it an everyday item, so you can celebrate Chinese New Year every day, people. It's made of the same rectangular pastry as American apple pies, but filled with a purple root vegetable similar to a sweet potato. It's Chinese as sweet potato, because it's American as apple pie, so Chinese as sweet potato? I don't know. I'm not sure if biting into something and you see purple stuff in there, I'm not sure if that would be too appetizing for beer out there. Taro pie. Taro pie indeed. Yeah. I'm not sure about that one. A mashed potato burger. McDonald's in China also launched this monstrosity in 2012 as part of its Manly 2012 campaign. It consists of a beef burger topped with bacon and a giant scoop of mashed potatoes. Do you want fries with that? Okay. In Ireland, people, McDonald's serves, probably shots, I'm guessing, right? Cheese toasty for breakfast. These breakfast snacks are super popular in Western Europe, but in the U.S. we know them as cheese on toast. Bear's intolerant of that as well. The Mickey D's and a turkey serves up a pretty amazing sounding dessert. It's an apricot sundae. It consists of an apricot topping over McDonald's soft serve ice cream. That's if the flurry machine works. That's probably a worldwide phenomenon there. All broken away. In Colombia, how does a big old pineapple Oreo McFlurry sound? You can have your fill at the McDonald's in Colombia. Yes, indeed. If it works, of course. Perhaps it's no surprise that McDonald's, listen to me, where's Peabody here in Canada, serves poutine. Is that true? But based on the description of gravy and melty cheese curds over fries, but we're not missing much. Hey-yo. Yes, indeed. Actually, the McDonald's in Maine actually serves lobster. It's crazy. Like you'd say, let me get the McLobster, please. Oh, yeah, here you go, right away. Kind of interesting. That doesn't look like pie to me, says VM. That doesn't look like pie at all. Like, bite into it, it's like, oh, God, it's purple. Why? Yeah, where's that manly mashed potato, what was it called? The Manly 2012, what was it called? The mashed potato burger. Give me that mashed potato burger. With a side of taro pie. You're not manly enough until you had taro pie out there. Apricot sounds perfectly suitable. Also, pineapple sundae makes me think of Dole Whips. That does sound good. I made a breakfast taco, says Amy, soft taco rather, and I grilled it in a pan with some butter. It was, I would say, delicious. That sounds delicious. Yes, indeed. All right, and finally, people, I tell you what, no link to anything here. We are just bouncing around here, bouncing completely around. From the New York Post, the oldest, a sentence in history was discovered. A warning of beard lice, almost 4,000 years ago. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Mark Lowengo out there. The oldest sentence written in the earliest known alphabet has been discovered, people, carved into an ivory comb which warned about head lice. The comb, estimated to be 3,700 years old, holy cow, was unearthed in an archaeological dig in Israel, according to a new study published Wednesday. It says, may this tusk root out the lice of hair in the beard. In the beard? That's not a very good sentence. Really, really, really old people. May this tusk root out the lice of the hair and the beard. What a great sentence. Reads the inscription, written in Canaanite, written in Canaanite script, experts said, in the Jerusalem Journal of Archaeology. It would be interesting if Canaanite made an inscription of that. That would be kind of weird. Microscopic evidence of lice were even found in what remains of the comb's bristles. Well, it worked. The comb was excavated in 2016 in Tel Lashik, we'll go with that, about 25 miles outside of Jerusalem. But a researcher at Israel's Hebrew University, is there any other, only discovered the etchings late last year, according to reports. There you are, look at there. What a lovely comb. I mean, when you're combing your beard, you want to get rid of the lice. May this tusk root out the lice of the hair and the beard. Yes, indeed. Previous discoveries of Canaan White. We'll just call it Canaan White. Previous discoveries of Canaan White were of a few letters or a word, but this is the first time researchers have found a complete sentence. It is a very human text, says Yosef Garfunkel of the Hebrew University, the lead researcher of the study. Didn't they have like a band a number of years ago? Wasn't it, what was that? Bubba and Garfield. Yeah, Garfinkel, whatever. He wasn't a Southern man anyhow. It shows us that people didn't really change, and lice didn't really change. Garfinkel told the Associated Press. The find also showed that even in the most ancient phrase, there were full sentences using the Canaan White alphabet, he said. Yes, indeed. We all use the Canaan White alphabet. Carbon dating couldn't verify the age of the ancient comb, which scientists assume was imported, as elephant with ivory tusks were not native to the region. Or were they? Dun dun dun. Those Israelites. How dare they? How dare those Canaan Whites out there get rid of all the elephants in Israel? The small comb. Dang you, Canaan Whites. The small comb, measuring about 1.5 inches. I told you, people, we'd all come back full circle here. Had most of its teeth worn down over the millennium. Yeah, well, a lot of lice in there. But 6 teeth on one side were likely used to untangle hair, and 14 of finer teeth were used for targeting live and their eggs. Live? Larvae, I think they meant to say. Larvae and their eggs, according to the study. Writing systems predated Canaan White in Mesopotamia and Egypt, but relied on symbols rather than an alphabet. An expert on Semitic language told The Guardian. Canaan White was the basis for ancient Greek and Latin, and in turn many European language. Well, thank you, Canaan. As said Christopher Rolston of George Washington University. Throughout history, lice have been a perennial problem, he told The Guardian. And this inscription nicely reveals that even the rich and famous in ancient times were not exempt from such problems. There's rich and famous in ancient times. Man, oh man, they got all the good stuff. They got the one guy that would like fan them, and maybe a couple people to like, lift them up on the little seat there, and they'd walk around. It's like an old timey car, like an old timey, like an Uber there. They'd be combing their beard, like, I gotta get rid of all these lice out here. Gotta get rid of all the lice in my beard. How dare you? May the comb root out lice forever and always, says Melissa. Yes, indeed, that is true. Parasites are just something we don't deal with anymore. Grooming just to make sure your hair looks nice. Well, speak for yourself, Amy. Speak. Yes, indeed. There you go. There you go. From the New York Post, who did this? I apologize. Mark Luengo out there. Mark Luengo. I wore a Skippy bikini to Disney to get a free shirt, but it backfired. Well, poor lady. I don't know if you want to wear a bikini to Disney World. Whatever. That is the New York Post for you. They always have the clickbait on there. Let's see. The C and V are next to each other on the keyboard. Maybe the spell checker missed that the writer meant lice when he typed live. Yeah, Bear tries to read these things, and whenever they're, misspelled or something like that, it's like, okay, is Bear crazy here? What's going on? What is going on, Bear? No, it's just somebody misspelling. And Bear trying to talk. That would be the other thing. Trying to talk is also kind of hard for Bear sometimes. It's the impediment for Bear trying to do a professional show. I tell you, it's hard out here, people. It's hard enough to talk in English, much less Canaan White out there. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, you know what, people? That pretty much does it for Bear. That is all. You see all the. The poor Bankman out there, he just lost everything. Lost it all. Or comb out live lice. Well, let's go back. Let's see what they said here. Let's see. 14 finer teeth. Let me get down to it here. 14 finer teeth used for targeting live and their eggs, according to the study. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe larvae? Maybe? Lice? Probably lice. Yeah, I would say. Okay, there you go. Yeah, lice. Yeah, there you go. Editors, spell checkers. It's a thing of it's like a Canaan White comb out there. It's just in the distant past. In the distant past out there. All right. Well, once again, people, we try to do this every Wednesday and Saturday, although this Saturday might be a little iffy with the whole hurricane coming through. I hope Melissa and Amy out there are able to weather the storm when it comes through. It looks like it's not going to do as much damage as the last one, but you never know, people. You never know. It was actually pretty windy, not only yesterday, but here today. Bear was getting blown around in the woods out there. I mean, I tell you what, you'd figure it's fall. I mean, all the leaves are coming down. Boy, oh boy. Craziness out there. So hopefully it will work out for everybody. Hopefully we'll still have the electricity and the internet here in the cave here. But just in case you don't see Bear on Saturday, that might be the reason why out there. We have snacks, Amy says. You stay safe. Oh, well, that's good. And Melissa says we have our snacks all lined up, ready for a hurricane party. Yes, indeed. I hope drinks as well. You gotta have snacks and drinks, otherwise it's not a hurricane party. All right. Well, once again, always thanking our combo of wrenches out here. We've got Amy. We've got Melissa. We even had. Did he disappear? Oh, we were making fun of Potain, and he disappears. Oh, P-Money out there. Oh, P-Money's checking on his stocks, probably. Gotta get rid of all that crypto stuff out there. And even the VM out there, we do appreciate you all out here. You could be spending your Wednesday doing anything else, but you're here with your internet friend, the Bear. He does appreciate that, so thank you very much. We do this every Wednesday and Saturday. Hopefully, we will check you out then. But until then, all this talk about snacks and hurricane parties, and Canaan White lice combs out there has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr.